Match the graph with the description. This is lesson 16, part 2. Decide if the quantity is increasing, decreasing, or staying the same. The resale value of a Ford F-150 for X number of years after initial purchase. Well, we know that after you purchase it, the price goes down. And the price didn't start low, it would have started high and went down. So this graph would match A. The cost of X gallons of milk. Well, the more milk you buy, the more it's going to cost. So if you bought 0 gallons, it'd be $0. And then some gallons, the price is going to go up. So this would be B. The boiling point for water for X equals January to March. Well, January, it's not going to change. The boiling point's not going to change. It's going to remain the same. So this would be C. Monthly bill for a cell phone when it is used for X minutes over the allowed monthly minutes. So here's the allowed monthly minutes, and if we go over, it's going to cost more. Over, it's going to cost more. Over, it's going to cost more. So this would be for graph D. At age 3, Jean was 30 inches tall. By age 7, Jean was 42 inches tall. Write an equation to describe Jean's growth. So at age 3, 30 inches tall. At age 7, 42 inches tall. So we have two ordered pairs. We can find our slope by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which I think that's 12. Yes. Over 4, which is 3. So in context, we could say for every year she grew 3 inches. So B, remember, is y minus m times x. So let's use this one. Y is 30 minus m, which is 3, times x, which is 3. So 30 minus 9, which is 21. So y equals m here, x plus b. So this would be the equation. Interpret the slope of Jean's growth. We already did that. Which would be for each year she grew 3 inches. Make this smaller to get all of that in there. Alright, so it costs $12.95 to rent a snowboard for 1 hour and $44.75 to rent equipment to snowboard for 4 hours. Assume that relationship is linear. How can we predict the cost of renting a snowboard for 6.5 hours? So we would want to make an equation, and then we can predict the 6.5. We can put it in there and predict. So for 1 hour, the cost is $19.25. For 2 hours, the cost is that is 4 hours. The cost is $44.75. So assume that it's linear, so we can find our slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is $25.50 over 3 which becomes 17 over 2. Alright, so interpret. So now we're going to find B. We'll use this ordered pair. Y minus M times X. So Y is 19.25 minus M times X. So put this in your calculator. 19.25 minus parentheses 17 divided by 2. It says B is 10.75. So Y equals 17 over 2x plus 10.75, or we could say 8.5x plus 10.75. Interpret the slope of the snowboard equation. We could look at that as for each hour the cost of equipment is $8.50. Interpret the y-intercept of the snowboard equation. Well, that's saying that with 0 hours, it still costs $10.75. Even if you don't rent any equipment for 0 hours, it's going to cost $10.75. So 11 is asking us to sketch the lines, to draw the lines. Well, to draw the line, you have to know a slope, which would be 1/2, and you have to know a y-intercept. But we know that the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So it crosses right here, so that's going to be our starting point. This tells us to rise 1 and run 2. Positive would be right, positive would be up. So rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. You can keep doing that all the way across your paper. You can do the opposite of that. Fall 1 and run the other way 2. And then you can draw your line. So here, slope is -2/3. Our y-intercept is 1. So we're going to start at 1, and we're going to go down 2 because it's negative, and right 3 because it's positive. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and put a dot. Down 2 and right 3. We can go back and do the opposite, up 2 and left 3. Up 2 and left 3. And then you can draw your line. This one has a slope of 2, let's make it a fraction, and a y-intercept of -4. So this means we're going to go up 2 and right 1. But we're going to start at -4. So up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. We can go the other way, down 2 and left 1. We can draw our line. So sometimes it helps to rewatch, or you can ask questions in class, or both. So here, find the equation of the line. Slope through, we're going to do these in class together. Because that's just repeating what we were doing. So we're going to do those in class together.